Dads of daughters, stick around. We got a great show for you today.
This episode is brought to you by Baby Bjorn, Architect Certified Safe for your baby, Baby Bjorn.
You know one of the great things about a Baby Bjorn? Girls, boys, doesn't matter, works for both.
That's right. Yeah, I carried Ella in my Bjorn all the time.
Because both of us are dads of daughters, and there's definitely some unique challenges involved in that. That's why I was so interested to speak with Dr. Leonard Sachs, author of Girls on the Edge, about some of the challenges that modern dads face raising daughters.
So we have lots of data now showing that girls today are more anxious than girls were 40 years ago. Girls today are more likely to have trouble getting to sleep, staying asleep, more likely to have trouble concentrating or focusing. We've got good quantitative data on this, which I present in my book, Girls on the Edge. Yes, girls today have choices that girls didn't have 40 or 50 years ago. A girl today can be a surgeon or a soldier, an astronaut if she wants to be. But girls today do face new challenges. Girls face new challenges they did not face 40 or 50 years ago. I think there are 4 different factors, and I wouldn't put them in any particular order. I think they're all important. For one girl, one issue might be more of a concern than it is for another girl. But those 4 factors are the cyber bubble, by which I mean this cocoon of texting and Facebook that girls are now enmeshed in, where 14-year-old girls are now connected 24/7 to other girls their own age. Sexualization of girlhood. The fact that girls today are pushed by our culture to present themselves sexually at earlier ages in ways that would have been unthinkable 40 years ago. Obsessions, by which I mean girls who are trying to find an authentic sense of self in a culture which has a relentless focus on how you look rather than who you are. And finally, and kind of most different and most unintuitive for many parents, are endocrine disruptors like bisphenol A, diethylhexyl phthalate, substances that act like female hormones that are in creams and lotions that girls put on their skin, in foods and beverages that children consume. These substances act like female hormones, and they have the effect of accelerating the onset of puberty in girls, but disrupting puberty in boys. Especially as girls move through adolescence, a lot of fathers feel insecure, uncertain of what their role should be. The dad has to be involved. He has to be involved in a genuine way. And this is so important. In Chapter 4 of Girls on the Edge, I present a lot of research, a remarkable amount of research, that fathers who are physically engaged with their daughter, meaning they're giving their daughter hugs and playing rough and tumble games with them, that those girls are healthier than girls from the same demographic, same socioeconomic status, with fathers who don't engage in that kind of physical, tactile communication. But it has to be genuine. So if dad loves to hike, I say, take your daughter hiking with you. Dad loves to go sailing, take your daughter sailing with you. When you sit to have a meal as a family, turn off your BlackBerry. Choose a vacation someplace that doesn't have cell phone coverage. Because the cell phone is a major factor that is disconnecting daughters from their parents. Talk to your daughter, make eye contact, smile, and nod. Tell her, even if she pushes you away, tell her, I am here for you, 24/7.
Well, that's interesting. I'm as a dad of a daughter, I'm glad to know that.
Well, you've still got a few years before Ella's going to be facing some of these issues, but it's good to know what's out there, which is why you should check out Dr. Sachs' website, pick up a copy of his book. I highly recommend it.
And I highly recommend that if you have a baby, you get a Baby Bjorn infant carrier. Architect Certified Safe for your baby, Baby Bjorn.
We'll see you next time here in the lab.